This video is for new voters and young voters. If you aren't one of those, you can stay, but this is specifically for them. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Listen, I know you have got to be frustrated. I know you are ready to throw up your hands and say, forget voting. You got Democrats screaming at you, no, we can't let Donald Trump get back into the White House. He's a white supremacist. Project 2025. He's going to put black people back into slavery. You got Republicans yelling and screaming at you saying, America first. We got to protect the children. Build the wall. We got to secure our border. But nobody is really getting down to the nitty-gritty as to why you should choose one candidate over the other. I'm going to try to help you understand a few things. I can't go into it all, but I'm going to help you try to see one or two things. First off, full transparency, I am an independent voter, which means I don't identify as a Democrat and I don't identify as a Republican. If a Republican brought forth policies that would benefit me and my community, I would vote for a Republican. Democrats, I typically vote Democrat because their policies align best with what works for me and my community. On the other hand, you have some Democrats who staunchly vote Democrat, and you have some Republicans who staunchly vote Republican. No matter how immoral, racist, corrupt, cheat, thief, no matter if their candidate displays all of those characteristics, they will vote Republican. So here's what's going on through my eyes, an independent voter that leans Democratic. You've got Democrats who are concerned about democracy. You've got Democrats who are concerned about racist Republicans who are attempting to hold on to power and get the majority so that they can continue to oppress certain groups of people in this country, right? They want to be superior to other minority groups. So that's number one with a lot of Democrats in this country. You've got Republicans who want to maintain their superiority. You've got Republicans who enjoy keeping their foot on the necks of minority groups. You've got Republicans who don't mind, who love being cruel to members of the opposite party. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. They're racist. As an independent voter, November of 2024, I will be voting for Joe Biden. And here's why. As you're perusing out there on social media, you're going to come across individuals who are yelling and screaming that you shouldn't vote for Joe Biden. You shouldn't vote for Joe Biden because he's done nothing for the American people. I want you to know that they are being disingenuous and they are not telling you the truth. Here's the receipts. You can head on over to whitehouse.gov and you can pull this up and you can go through each one of these accomplishments and read them for yourself and how these accomplishments benefit the American people. This is page 1 of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's accomplishments. This is page 2. Up at the top, he was able to get Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmed, the first black woman to sit on the Supreme Court. Down towards the bottom, you see he talks about student debt relief. I am a recipient of that. Before he implemented these different programs, I was paying over $400 a month in my student loan bill. After he implemented these programs, I'm paying $150 a month. Here's page 3, but wait, there's more. An important executive order that he signed that benefits Native Americans. And they've done so much more. Here's everything else that they have been able to implement or work on in some way, shape, or form to help the American people. So when you see someone out there saying that Joe Biden has done nothing, again, they are not telling the truth. Now, with all of their accomplishments, you have voters who are pissed off with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden because of what's happening over in the Middle East, the conflict between Israel and Hamas, Gaza, Palestinians. They are not happy that Joe Biden is using our tax dollars to assist in a genocide. They are not happy. I'm not happy. They are angry. I'm angry. This conflict has been happening for years. The United States has been in support of Israel for years. I think it started back in the 1940s. But right here, right now, voters are not happy that Joe Biden is sending over our tax dollars to assist in what they deem a genocide. And because of that, they say they are not voting for Donald Trump. And this is problematic, in my opinion. These people are what we would call one-issue voters. And the reason why that's problematic is because there are several other issues that affect millions of Americans, and they are focused on that one issue and saying that they are not going to vote for Joe Biden for the one issue that is not happening here in the United States. Big issue: Medicare and Social Security. If grandma and grandpa are rich, they don't have to worry about Medicare and Social Security. But a large portion of our society is not rich, and they have to depend on Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump and the Republicans, they want to cut out that program, leaving millions of the elderly unable to pay for their health insurance, which covers their doctor's visits, their prescriptions. They get a check every month that helps to pay mortgage, rent, buy food. Yes, this is a major issue that we need to be concerned about. Second big issue, the Affordable Care Act. This helps people who otherwise wouldn't be able to get it to get health insurance. It covers their doctor's visits, their prescriptions, and millions of people need the Affordable Care Act to be able to have health insurance. Donald Trump and the Republicans want to cut that. Another major issue is SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits provides food and housing for low-income people in the United States. Donald Trump and the Republicans want to cut that. If they cut that, kids all across the United States will be food insecure, meaning they won't regularly be able to eat. In my opinion, these three issues are top on my list. My mom is a recipient of Medicare and Social Security. I want her to be able to retain that benefit. I have family members who get SNAP benefits. That's how they feed their children. I want them to be able to continue to be able to feed their children. Republicans want to cut funding to so many other programs. Our veterans, housing, law enforcement. This is why it's problematic to be a one-issue voter. Don't be a one-issue voter. Do your research and vote accordingly.